You haters cry, because this is us all day, every day. We're on top right now.
Yeah, so when even Astrid Wet is reacting like that, that's when you know it might be quite bad. So you might have heard of e-girls, you know, you probably have. It's not that esoteric of a concept. It used to kind of just be a title you gave people. But at this rate, it's kind of turned into quite a serious problem. And in America, at least, you know, it's a big place. There's quite a lot of open space. The problem, at least with that in mind, is quite distributed. But in England, we can't say the same thing. It's so small that there is nowhere to run. And with that in mind, basically, anybody that comes up on TikTok in the UK, they will fall victim to at least one e-girl, and the outcome, it's never good.
So your male friends will...
Yeah.
What's the term? Shag?
Yeah,
like
shag, yeah.
Shag,
a lot of shagging.
Now with Bivo, we've spoken about him in the past. I mean, for a man that got famous for eating potatoes in a weird way, I'm not sure how much credibility he even had to lose anyway. But even with that in mind, the guy transitioned from making pretty harmless content into just making straight up brain rot, and it does speak for itself.
Have you always been into like this open dynamic?
Not really, no, until I met this slag here and the whole new world opened up, you know.
Bro, does this bitch have a soul? Like, damn. This bitch even blink. Like, what the fuck? And he's over there saying I wasn't into this stuff before these girls. Like, bro, I'm telling you guys, be careful of the type of woman you're getting into freaky activities with. Some of these girls will have you into some weird, stuff. You know, next thing you know, you're getting your booty ate and shit like that, bro. Nigga, since when did you like getting your ass ate, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, be careful of these women, bro.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been the best 3 months of my life. So.
Well, at least he's enjoying himself for now. But I'm actually not lying when I say that relatively, Bivo is actually one of the better ones. To his credit, and there's not much I can say on that front, he does just seem like a lost man, kind of going through the motions of random social media fame. With the other people I'm going to talk about in this video, though, the same cannot be said. What the others are doing, on the other hand, is calculated. And with that in mind, it adds a whole new dimension to this whole conversation.
Yeah, she's got the sweetest skin ever.
Now, this is General G. I hopefully don't need to tell you myself. He's not an e-girl. He is instead a tool of the e-girls. Basically, this guy's whole existence is just based around being a prop. He will do videos with these e-girls, designed to go viral, obviously. And these videos, in a way, just act as kind of funnels to their OnlyFans.
It's not going to avoid General G.
I mean, yeah, you can maybe understand why this stuff goes viral. But again, and I say this a lot, this is one of the nicer videos. Some of these videos, on the other hand, are just downright crimes.
Hey, General. Yeah. Look to your left.
If that girl was sat down and General G did that to...
My nigga, who is entertained by this shit, bruh? Like, I'm on like they got the UK looking crazy right now. Like, bro, why is this even entertaining? Like, who's watching these people? General G. This nigga looks like a sex offender. I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm tired of holding back on this YouTube shit, bro. This nigga look like a sex offender. And who's this bitch bending over for a nigga like this? I know there's a good guy you've rejected and you're bending over for a nigga like this. Nigga look like Hogwarts or whatever that shit from Harry Potter is, man. That shit crazy.
He'd be bundled into the back of a police van in about 20 seconds. And it's obvious to probably everybody why they keep him around. And if you went to school in the UK, you're going to know that this is like a character archetype. In the UK, we probably have about 100,000 General Gs just running around. They've got different names, but they are the same. The girl in this video, she knows how true this is, because any time that anybody with this level of awkwardness pops off, she'll beeline straight for him. There is no time wasted. Now, this guy's name is Jack's Fitness, and we've done a video on him before, so I'll try keep it brief. Basically, this e-girl has given him the vibe that they're friends, or even more than friends. She's been in a lot of his content, so she has fully profited off his rise, because he was, and still kind of is, doing bits on TikTok. Maybe not for the right reasons, but you know what? They do all count, especially in the UK, because to be perfectly honest, we just are very bored. Yeah, as I said, she butted him up. He eventually did make a move on her, and it is probably as awkward as you would imagine it to be.
What about... your health is
Why are you fucking like that?
Yeah, it hurts every time. It really does hurt every time. Again, I've done a full video on this guy. Feel free to go watch it afterwards. Not now, afterwards. But the guy, he has been exploited. It's not a crime to pretend to be someone's friend, but it is very scummy, and it is also very commonplace. And it's with that said that we're going to move on to another perpetrator. Her name is Astrid Wet. You might have heard of her. She also did this with Jack's Fitness, and while it shouldn't be a surprise, it happened, and it's awkward watching again.
Dinner.
Yeah, that's enough. I think I'll cut off the video there. Jack's Fit, though, he actually actually got off lucky, because the guy we're about to talk about, Cal the Dragon, this was a scandal in the UK, and it didn't end well. Now, you might be able to tell this from the way he moves, but Cal the Dragon, he is quite autistic. And I don't use that as a diss or a way to shame him. I mean, with that in mind, people should be more mindful of how they interact with him. Astrid Wet, though, she saw this in another way. She actually saw this as a way to exploit him. You kind of had to be there, but really, overall, she made him feel like she had feelings for him. Cal the Dragon, I guess at this point, thought he had a chance. And with this in mind, he let her exploit his platform pretty extensively. She used him like a bar of soap until there was nothing left, really. And it probably was one of the most clear-cut examples of exploitation on UK TikTok. Eventually...
But of course she didn't get cancelled, fellas. A woman using an autistic guy, of course she didn't get cancelled. But the roles reversed.
As they all do, Cal the Dragon did fall off. But rather than just moving on, Astrid Wet had some, like, weird resentment towards him.
Finally! That's what we want! That's what I want to see! Cal's depressed. Chris MD's happy. There we go.
Yeah, that maybe just encapsulates her character perfectly. Cal the Dragon has not been the same since. I mean, he always was just a lad kind of enjoying himself on TikTok. On this channel, we like Cal the Dragon. He's cool. But Astrid, on the other hand, once she'd used him for all he was worth, she quickly moved on to find ways to get lower and lower. She eventually linked up with this other e-girl. Her name is Leah AFC. And the content they're making together, it is another level.
Whoever moves first has to go down on the other person. Oh, but that's not fair. This box is so heavy. That's the rule.
Now, I don't know what it is about UK blokes over 30, but they just leave comments as if nobody else can see them. These comment sections are just always infested with down bad blokes. And I mean, I guess that is their target audience, but it's a hard watch. It is a hard watch. Now, as all things do in this industry, it eventually did go too far. And considering we're talking about Astrid Wet here, this is quite a statement. They basically went to a football game, and clearly they didn't go there to watch the football. They went there to traumatise kids, and I think the video probably speaks for itself.
Bro, she's basically, for those who can't see it like that, she's basically holding a sign telling a football player to suck her clit in a place where there's children.
Now, for your sake, probably don't look him in the eye, because you might turn to stone. Focus on the signs instead, because, yeah, I mean, these might be criminal. They got community noted pretty hard, and I'll read that instead, you know, in the name of neutrality. Leah, an online prostitute, was condemned for sexually harassing England football player Bukayo Saka. She held up a sign demanding acts of pleasure from him, which was in full view of families and young children. If I went to Germany tomorrow with these signs and held them up at the stadium, I would be battered to death probably by the German police and
I'm all like, that's facts. What he just said there is facts. Like, if the roles were reversed, this would be crazy. But I'm all right. Let's keep it 100. How can you go there to a football game and say, suck my clit, with no type of morality? And who and that Twitter thing that says she's an online prostitute, they got that shit accurate. That's exactly what she is. A fucking, he said online prostitute. That's what she is. But guys, I can't lie, this is out of control. Like, I thought this OnlyFans shit was just corrupt in the US. Like, just you know what I'm saying? Like, but now it's corrupt in the UK. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, I already did a breakdown on a video to a girl who was talking about how she literally turned 18 and got on OnlyFans, and she's from the UK. And shit was crazy. She's already sucking taxi drivers off and shit. Like, she's going crazy. So I think it's gonna get worse. And you know, I'm just gonna be real. Like, let's be honest. The UK a lot of times follows what the Americans do. So if it's continually getting worse in America, it's gonna continue getting worse in the UK. That's just the way it is. But I appreciate you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation. E-girls, OnlyFans girls in general. And if you're from the UK, do you think the situation is gonna get worse in your opinion? I appreciate you guys, and I'm out.